observing China's remarkable achievements in the high-speed rail sector. They want to give China access to cutting-edge high-speed rail technologies. Italy has collaborated with China on a high-speed rail project worth $19 billion. For instance, Indonesia, Saudi Arabia, and other nations have strong cooperation projects with China in high-speed railway in Europe. Due to the fact that it will connect northern Italy with southern France, this railway is extremely important. But it is unfortunate that Italy abruptly and unilaterally announced a breach of contract and ended its high-speed rail collaboration with China just as the project was about to be put into construction. What then became of a significant high-speed rail project? What caused Italy to default? This channel is dedicated to rail construction. Why not click to subscribe if you want to help me out? Together, let's find more intriguing initiatives. Italy is a traditional, sizable nation with a rich history and cultural legacy. It also serves as a symbol of Europe. However, Italy has developed extremely slowly over the past century, and its economic growth has lagged behind that of several other EU nations. It will be more difficult for Italy to prosper if it does not rely on tourists and the traditional wine sector. However, despite being a popular tourist destination, Italy has a significant infrastructure building deficit, with high-speed rail being one of the most pressing issues. High-speed rail has become into the most crucial infrastructure worldwide in the 21st century. Along with accelerating economic growth, it also boosts the tourism industry in the key cities along the route. Of course, Italy was aware of the potential for high-speed rail construction long before anybody else. As a result, Italy made the decision to construct a high-speed rail link to Lyon, France, in an effort to reverse the present economic trend. The Italian-French high-speed rail project is a crucial strategic railway. In fact, its overall goal is to link Lyon, France, with Turin, Italy. This railway is around 270 kilometers long in all. The speed will be 220 kilometers per hour, and the investment cost will be around $19 billion. The building of high-speed rail systems inside each of their separate nations is the responsibility of Italy and France, and the finances will be determined afterward. The connection between Italy and France will be tighter once this high-speed rail is finished, and more widespread collaboration will begin in the future. This is also the eagerly anticipated outcome of EU nations for Italy and France. The distance between the two cities will be reduced from the initial 7 hours by road to 4 hours after the railway line through the Alps is finished, moving at a speed of 220 kilometers per hour. Additionally, the development of a 270-kilometer-long high-speed rail line by the European Union to connect southern Spain with Eastern Europe would be significant. However, Italy's high-speed rail project, which is advantageous to the nation and its citizens, has been postponed. This is what transpired. Italy was formerly one of the world's pioneers in the development of the railway industry. They offer cutting-edge equipment and seasoned expertise in building, managing, and operating railroads. However, Italy has not invested much in research and has long relied on antiquated technology in the area of high-speed rail. Therefore, following lengthy debates about this high-speed rail project, Italy and France agreed to cooperatively transfer the project to other nations for construction. China wasn't initially considered a partner for this project since, at the time, Japan had traditionally maintained tight ties with Italy as an Italian long-term investment country. Italy will give precedence to Japan even if it decides to work with other nations to develop high-speed rail, since Japan is one of the nations with the most sophisticated high-speed rail technology in the world. China's high-speed rail had just recently begun construction at that point, following only a few years of development. In terms of high-speed rail safety, stability, speed, and cost-effectiveness, China has made remarkable advancements. China has overcome Japan with ease. More significantly, a significant amount of money has been invested in this high-speed rail project, and Italy and France place a high value on it. In the end, Chinese businesses were fortunate to be included as partners in China's high-speed rail project. As one of China's few high-speed rail cooperation projects in Europe, this European high-speed rail project is crucial. If this project is successful, not only will China's high-speed rail technology be completely showcased to the world, but the European market will also be formally opened. In the future, there could be more European businesses. countries will decide to work with China to make sure that a high-speed rail project is completed without incident. After the deal was signed, China dispatched 183 engineers to Italy for on-site inspections. Chinese businesses will also do every effort to guarantee that the project can be finished on time and provide Italy and the EU with an acceptable end product. But it appeared that everything was going smoothly in their collaboration. However, a mishap happened in July 2018. The Italian-French high-speed rail project was at the moment abruptly put on hold as Italy decided to stop working with any Chinese enterprises. What actually occurred then? The Alps Tunnel is one of them and the most challenging and contentious project in the building of high-speed trains in Italy and France. The tunnel, which is around 58 kilometers long overall and 7 kilometers long in Italy, spans the Italian-French border. The tunnel's 28.9 kilometers of construction were finished at that time, but an unforeseen circumstance emerged out of nowhere. At that time, more than 80,000 people demonstrated against the construction of the Italian-French high-speed train in Turin, Italy. Their reason for protesting was simple. Building tunnels and other high-speed rail projects would significantly damage the local ecology and even trigger severe mudslides. Additionally, Lyon in France and Turin in Italy also heavily rely on the transportation sector to support their populations. Their way of life and economic standing might be impacted by the construction of the Italian-French high-speed railway. Additionally, the government won't be able to make ends meet when the Italian-French high-speed railway is finished, according to reports from pertinent ministries at the time. By 2059, Italy will spend 7.9 billion euros operating and maintaining its high-speed rail system. While the passenger revenue is just 1.3 billion euros, the cycle would result in losses of 460 million euros for the road transport industry and other companies. At that point, Italy will have suffered a loss of more than 7 billion euros. Italy's president resigned, leaving the nation without a leader for more than a month. The high-speed rail project was eventually abandoned by the coalition government that was created by the Italian Populist Party, the Five Star Movement, and the extreme right Conservative Alliance Party. At that point, all participating nations in the high-speed rail project ceased their participation as well. It is unfortunate for China that this unforeseen circumstance occurred because it has been monitoring this project for more than 3 months and has sent components and equipment to Italy one at a time. Technicians were on board the flight to Turin. All of this is done to address the issue that Italy is most eager to address. But just as everything was prepared, Italy abruptly expressed regret. This also implies that all of the efforts made by Chinese businesses in the 21st century would be a naught. The necessity of transportation to any nation is obvious given the world's current fast expansion. Additionally, a nation's growth is concentrated on high-speed rail. Many developing nations are now actively looking to partner with China to build high-speed trains, which will significantly aid in their urbanization and transportation systems. Last but not least, I also hope that Italy can get past its failed attempt to work with China, pick itself up, and formally usher in a new high-speed rail era as soon as possible. We appreciate you seeing the video. If you like the video, please consider subscribing to my channel. In the future, let's investigate more intriguing initiatives together. Don't forget to leave your comments down below and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next episodes.